And we have selected our images for most iconic images for the Toronto Raptors. And we have selected two different images. And off air I said I've gone with a 1B image, and I feel okay with my 1B image. You've gone with for a 1A image. I've gone for 1B image. I've gone from Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady, both wearing Raptors uniforms. Wow, the Raptors were the team that was going to be, right? The next super team. Hell, you could get these guys could have been MJ and Pippen. Yeah, hell, in fact, they're like like distant family or something like that too, right? Like, I don't know, like Toronto really sucks, right? Because the player clearly picked in your image left after one season, didn't want to stick around for all the money or all the championships in the world, right? So maybe there's something wrong with Toronto. Maybe that's the theme with our images that we've selected here. There's something wrong with Toronto simply because it's not in the States and players don't want to play there. But I think, look, I've got my image. Obviously, this is along those lines of, those what ifs, which we have selected in some of our images, obviously, with these what ifs. And this what if in the 90s here, these two players had stuck around and played 5 years together, 8 years together, they would have gone somewhere. They would have gone to a finals. Yeah, I feel that you could make that claim at least that they would have gone to a finals if these guys had continued to play together and allowed the Raptors to build, that team around them. But no, they broke it up. They both left, and I don't know. I guess everything that happens there has to happen first before we get to your shot, right?
An interesting stance. So, look, one of the classic things with these what ifs when you have young players, such as T Mac and BC, like, do they grow into their potential when they're around each other? And how do they complement each other? And they were both very similar players. You're talking about high usage wing scorers. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I mean, it is a bit of a trope currently that you want to get two wing scorers, and that seems to be the way that you can dynamic duo your way into success. So maybe they were just ahead of the curve. Um, but yeah, you're right. Look, people hate Toronto. I think people hate the international border. They, they have to have like a working visa. I think there's a lot of logistics that the NBA probably needs to start working on to help Toronto as a franchise a little bit
Actually, I
more.
think I heard something too. I believe you play in Toronto, you pay tax twice.
Yeah,
I think I heard that somewhere. Yeah, you pay tax in Canada and pay tax in US. Like I'm out of Canada, out of Toronto straight up. I don't know. Like
yeah.
I believe I heard that.
So I think, obviously Kawhi gets traded there and, he's the pioneer of load management. And, in a sense, the ramifications of this shot isn't just, their first franchise title and, probably breaking up the 76ers, but it's also the advocacy that load management works, right? Because that was the whole rhetoric that, hey, if you let your superstar rest, this is what could happen in the playoffs. But to bring the shot back, he runs 75% around the 3 point line to take this ridiculous fading away out of bounds to over Joel Embiid. It bounces on the ring several times. You look at this image, and there's so many people in the background that are just like on the edge of their seat. And as a very underrated fun fact, this is the Game 7 buzzer beater, the only Game 7 buzzer beater in a playoff series, which sounds unfathomable that no other series ever went down to a buzzer beater. But this is the one. This is the scripted scenario. This is what everyone in their backyards does, the 3-2-1, and creates this. This is it. And he just deep squats, just perfect. So I know that you tried to get something to have a bit of a discussion, but there is no discussion for Toronto. It's this photo.
I'm gonna pick another part that you raised here. Load management works. I'm gonna reverse that take here. Staying healthy works. So isn't that really what it is? So Kawhi was able to stay healthy through this run, and that works. Clearly, the Clippers ain't getting any of that. Yeah. So right now, the Clippers are saying load management don't work. Yeah. Right now, the LA Clippers are saying load management does not work. Yeah. Because the key here is that Kawhi is not healthy. Yeah. That's the whole point. So I think that it's a load management. Is part of a process to keep players healthy. Absolutely. But when healthy, healthy players work, and especially when it's your best player, one of your best players on your franchise, then clearly it's going to help you go all the way. But hey, look, great image. Look, you already know that was my 1A. I'm going for 1B. Look, whatever. Is someone scoring this year? Let's if they are, then they can tell us who won.
This is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Fowles, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.